In the early 70s, one sitcom dared to break every British comedy rule. Man About the House didn't just make audiences laugh, it rewrote the blueprint for TV itself. Fact 1.
You should hurry up. I can't get out of this bath until you've gone.
Well, I tell you what, I'll shut my eyes.
Are you sure they're shut?
Yes, they were.
When Man About the House debuted in 1973, Britain was transforming socially and politically. Cohabitation between men and women was still controversial. Writers Johnny Mortimer and Brian Cook saw that tension as comedy gold. They pitched the idea of a single man sharing a flat with two women as harmless humour, but TV executives hesitated. At the time, no sitcom had dared show unmarried people living together. Thames Television finally approved it for ITV, gambling that laughter would outweigh outrage. The pilot drew millions of viewers and minimal complaints. That response proved audiences were ready for a modern reality. The show's humour came from awkward manners colliding with changing morals. It reflected a Britain torn between tradition and liberation. Critics called it cheeky yet progressive. The setting, a modest London flat, became a cultural symbol of youthful independence. It didn't preach, it simply presented. The success signalled the arrival of a new, more daring comedy era. Man About the House captured the shift from polite punchlines to social commentary, all disguised as farce.
Are you after my body?
Of course.
Sorry, it's already booked to do the washing up.
Fact 2.
You're probably wondering what I was doing in your bath.
No, not at all. I'm just glad I noticed you before I got in.
Choosing the right trio was crucial to the show's balance. Richard O'Sullivan was cast as Robin Tripp, a culinary student with charm and vulnerability. Paula Wilcox and Sally Tomsett became Chrissy and Joe, two flatmates equally confident and naive. Their chemistry felt effortless but came from careful direction. O'Sullivan's gentle delivery made Robin appealing rather than predatory. Wilcox's dry wit balanced Tomsett's bubbly innocence. Each represented a new kind of sitcom archetype, relatable rather than exaggerated. Viewers saw people they recognised instead of caricatures. Producers insisted on authenticity in dialogue, using slang common to 1970s London. Audiences immediately connected with that realism. The cast bonded quickly, rehearsing long hours in tight studio spaces. Off-screen friendship translated into on-screen timing. By season 2, they were household names. Their chemistry later launched 2 spin-offs, proving lightning can strike twice. The trio's believability became the emotional anchor that made the show timeless.
What were you thinking of my tempestuous beauty?
I was thinking of eating your cheese dip.
Do what? No.
Fact 3.
Hey, I think one of them started to come out.
Yeah.
When early press described the series as sex comedy, some advertisers pulled support. ITV braced for backlash from conservative viewers. Instead, ratings soared beyond expectations. The controversy actually fueled curiosity. Families who expected scandal found gentle domestic humour. The jokes leaned on misunderstanding, not innuendo. Even church groups softened their criticism after watching full episodes. The BBC quietly acknowledged its influence, noting that boundaries had shifted overnight. For the first time, adult themes appeared in prime time without moral panic. Man About the House became a bridge between 1960s permissiveness and 1980s cynicism. It showed that morality and mischief could coexist. Academic studies later cited it as the first mainstream sitcom to normalise mixed-gender friendships. What began as potential outrage evolved into cultural acceptance. By treating modern life with kindness, the show disarmed its critics. The supposed taboo became Britain's favourite living arrangement.
You know that Ibsen play, Hedda Gabler, on the box last week?
Yeah.
Well, he was the one that sprayed the deodorant and went, psst, ooh!
Fact 4.
We must do this again sometime.
Why? Not.
The fictional address, 6 Myrtle Road in Earl's Court, became as iconic as the cast. Designers based it on real London bedsits rented by students and nurses. The tiny set used movable walls to fit cameras, making the space look genuine. Every prop, from mismatched mugs to faded wallpaper, was sourced from local charity shops. The cramped environment forced actors into close physical comedy. Doors slammed inches apart, creating rhythm and chaos. Director Peter Fraser-Jones used long takes to keep the energy natural. The audience felt like voyeurs peeking into real domestic life. ITV received letters from landlords complaining tenants wanted a Robin Tripp-style flat. The setting also captured urban loneliness hidden beneath shared living. For the first time, working-class interiors looked lived in rather than staged. The realism influenced later sitcoms like Rising Damp and Men Behaving Badly. The Myrtle Road flat wasn't just a backdrop. It was a cultural artifact representing the era's new independence.
You're a damn nuisance, Sutton, do you know that? A damn nuisance.
Fact
Don't interrupt while medical men are conferring.
Fact 5.
No laughing matter, George.
His garage door won't be going up and down.
Few sitcoms spawned 2 successful spin-offs, but Man About the House did. George and Mildred followed the Ropers after they moved to suburbia. Robin's Nest tracked Robin Tripp running a restaurant with his girlfriend. Both series thrived independently on ITV. Together, they formed a shared sitcom universe before that term existed. Audiences enjoyed seeing familiar characters evolve. Writers Mortimer and Cook maintained continuity across all 3 shows. Production overlapped, requiring careful scheduling. The spin-offs collectively ran longer than the original, proving its narrative depth. Richard O'Sullivan became one of Britain's highest-paid TV actors by the late 70s. The interconnected storytelling influenced later franchises like Only Fools and Horses and The Office spin-offs. It proved British sitcoms could expand worlds without losing charm. The success made Man About the House more than a hit. It became a foundation for future comedy ecosystems.
Oh, yes. Oh, just for the weekend. My sister's. She's got a new deep freeze. You can get a whole pig in it.
Fact 6. In 1977, ABC adapted Man About the House for US audiences as Three's Company. Producers rewrote scripts but kept the concept identical. John Ritter replaced Richard O'Sullivan as the lovable male lodger. Suzanne Summers and Joyce DeWitt mirrored their British counterparts. The series became an American phenomenon, lasting 8 seasons. It proved the format's universality, sexual tension and misunderstanding were global languages. British creators Mortimer and Cook received royalties but little creative control. The US success increased ITV's respect for British comedy exports. It also launched multiple American spin-offs, including The Ropers and Three's a Crowd. Media historians later called Man About the House Britain's most influential half-hour across the Atlantic. The adaptation validated the original's groundbreaking premise. It showed that humour about everyday coexistence transcended cultural borders. Decades later, syndication kept both versions alive. Few sitcoms achieved that level of international echo.
Very well, I'll put my trousers on.
Oh, well, if you must, you must.
There you are!
Fact 7.
Am I doing 2, 3?
Very well, you picked it up very well. Take your hand off my bottom.
Oh, sorry.
While the show looked carefree, production was demanding. Studio Teddington's tight schedules meant episodes were filmed in just 2 days. Scripts often arrived unfinished, forcing on-set rewrites. Actors rehearsed up to 12 hours daily. Lighting failures occasionally left scenes in near darkness. Budget limits restricted retakes, so mistakes became part of the charm. Director Fraser-Jones encouraged improvisation to keep performances fresh. The live studio audience added pressure but heightened energy. Cast members later recalled collapsing into laughter mid-scene, ruining takes. Yet that chaos created authenticity audiences adored. The crew's camaraderie offset the exhaustion. Pay remained modest, but morale stayed high. ITV's relentless timetable meant shooting 13 episodes per year. Even with limited resources, quality never slipped. The team learned to turn constraints into creativity. Their endurance helped define British sitcom resilience: funny, flawed, and fiercely human.
Prove that I have a gentle touch with a cutthroat.
Oh, God.
Fact 8. By the late 70s, critics accused the show of sexism and outdated humour. Feminist commentators argued its jokes trivialised gender equality. Producers countered that the series reflected its time, not mocked progress. Paula Wilcox defended it, saying, "Our women were independent, not victims." Academic reviews decades later agreed the female characters paid rent, pursued careers, and rejected marriage pressure. Yet by the 1980s, audiences wanted sharper satire. Man About the House ended before losing relevance, a rare act of creative timing. Its reruns sparked nostalgic debates about comedy ethics. Channel 4 retrospectives in the 90s re-evaluated it as proto-feminist. The controversy actually preserved its reputation as a cultural landmark. Modern viewers recognise both its flaws and courage. Rather than cancel its legacy, criticism deepened appreciation. It stands as a reminder that social change and sitcom laughter evolve together.
Oh, one more thing. Don't believe him about his vasectomy.
Fact 9.
Just to prove that I haven't used more than my share of the water, I've left a ring around the bath.
Dirty pig.
Each episode relied on precision editing and audience rhythm. Cameramen rehearsed zoom cues like choreography. Script editors timed punchlines to coincide with applause fades. Sound engineers balanced laughter to feel spontaneous, not overwhelming. Set designers constantly repaired props destroyed by physical comedy.
You've still got it, you little devil.
Costume staff maintained continuity in a pre-digital era with handwritten notes. Thames television technicians later called it a machine made of laughter and sweat. The production's professionalism kept chaos invisible. Even minor background extras received direction to sustain realism. Writers Mortimer and Cook delivered scripts that mixed slapstick with verbal irony. Their dialogue influenced later writers from men behaving badly to coupling. Every technical department contributed to what looked effortless. The craft turned low-budget sitcom into national art. Viewers rarely noticed the invisible labour sustaining every smile. Man About the House proved discipline is the backbone of comedy freedom.
I thought Robin lived here, Robin Tripp.
Oh, he does, but he hasn't got any trousers on. Come in.
Fact 10.
Don't undo anything else.
Is it your first time too?
Half a century later, Man About the House remains part of British television DNA. Its reruns still draw viewers on nostalgia channels. Streaming platforms introduce it to younger generations. Media historians cite it as a turning point for domestic storytelling. It influenced gender representation, set design, and sitcom pacing. Richard O'Sullivan became an emblem of 1970s charm. Paula Wilcox continues acting, linking eras of British TV together. Scholars teach the series in courses on media evolution. It demonstrated how comedy mirrors social identity. The concept of shared living now feels ordinary because this show made it so. American networks still revisit its structure when developing ensemble comedies. Its humour, gentle yet fearless, aged better than expected. Each laugh carried a quiet revolution inside it. By changing what could be shown, it changed how Britain saw itself. That's how Man About the House truly reshaped British comedy forever.